Today I'm sharing with you a pile of knit fabrics I have recently purchased. Some of them are prints, some are solids, beautiful stuff. It'll be an interesting one. Keep watching. Hi sewing friends, my name's Karina from liftingpinsandneedles.com. Welcome to this channel that is all about sewing, limitless sewing. Thank you so very much for your lovely comments on yesterday's video about the free button-up dress from Peppermint magazine. I feel them. I'm just very touched by all your reassurance and support for me. I know like 99% of all the feedback is usually always positive, and you know, it's really nice to hear that you enjoy the content that I provide and that you value the work that I put into this. But you know, a sour comment here and there does really hurt, it does sting. And I try not to let those comments change the way I'm doing things that much, because the opinion of one person doesn't really mean that that's what everyone is thinking, you know? So when I say that I have had comments complaining about talking and things, it always does sting, because when I'm talking, I'm always really trying hard to stay on topic, not go off and talk about other things that are not related to what I'm discussing that day. So yeah, it's been a struggle internally when I'm editing, what to leave in the video, what to remove when I think I've said too much, and feeling a bit guilty for talking too much sometimes. Tell me it's silly, but it is a feeling that I struggle with constantly every time I produce a video. So thank you so much for your reassurance and your support, and it means the world to me. Now, before I get started showing you fabric, I wanted to let you know that Love Notions is going to have a site-wide Mother's Day sale from the 2nd to the 10th of May. So from tomorrow onwards, and it'll be 40% off for the whole website except for the Rhapsody blouse and dress, because that is the most recent release. So that's the only pattern that's not included in the site-wide sale. If you log onto your Love Notions account and you browse through patterns that you like, underneath each pattern, there's a little heart there that says add to wish list. You can tap there and make a wish list. And why would you want to do that? It's because Tammy, the owner of Love Notions, is gonna give away a whole wish list to someone that has made a wish list on the website. So you don't need to sign up or do anything like that. It's gonna be on her end. She's gonna go to the back end of the website and just choose randomly someone to win the whole wish list. That includes 10 patterns. So why not make a wish list? You might be the lucky person to win the whole thing. And if not, it could help you choose the patterns that you like and that you've like been waiting to have a sale and to purchase them. I have always been showing a lot of Love Notions patterns, so there's a lot to see here on the channel about all those patterns. So from Saturday the 2nd of May to Sunday the 10th of May is the Mother's Day sale site-wide, and you can always use my affiliate link that is in the description box to make your purchases, and that helps me directly because I make a small commission from that sale. So I hope you take advantage of this awesome sale. I just wanted to chat a little bit and find out how you're coping. I'm not talking about our mental health or things like that in a deeper level, because I know that we're all struggling. It is not normal for us to be in this lockdown. Specifically here in Brazil, things are not going well. It is a huge country. It's really hard to control, unfortunately. I think the politics and culture of this country that is a little bit more relaxed has made it harder for people and even politicians to take this seriously. And now when they're sort of taking it seriously, it's gotten a bit out of hand. If you're worried about me, and I thank you so much for that, because so many of you have reached out privately asking me how I am. I live in a rural area, and that is sort of protective somewhat, because the concentration, the density of population in where I live is quite low. We are doing everything really responsibly. Only my husband is leaving the house every 10 days or so to buy food, and that's it. We have been buying some things online, other things that we have needed to get that we're not going to go into a shop. Unfortunately, some shops are still open here. Although formally only essential shops should be open, people have opened their shops on the low, like through the back door, because they need to make a living, and it's totally understandable. But we are not risking our health to go and get non-essential things. And when my husband has gone out, it's really like there's no one there. He's gone to supermarkets and there are like 3 people inside wearing masks. And so we feel like if we take the proper precautions, we are going to be safe. It's not the same case for the whole rest of the country. You know, there is a really high population density in cities like Sao Paulo and Rio, and that's where the worst cases are happening. I just wanted to let you know that I'm okay. And, you know, if anything changes, I will let you know as well. It is a time when I actually wish I was back in my own home country where things are going much better. But, you know, hubby works here. We are living here for a few years, so we have to just stay here and cope. Now, about fabric, I love buying fabric. I don't share too many fabric hauls, and I just wait till I have a sizable amount to share, but it's not the base of the channel. So I haven't done a fabric haul since February, probably, when it was my birthday. And about 2 or 3 weeks into the lockdown, I started getting like, I need fabric, I need specific things, or maybe I just don't need them, but I would like to have them. And I found an online shop from Sao Paulo, local to Brazil, and they were having a 30% off sale because they were moving their warehouse to somewhere else. I don't know what was going on. And I have purchased from them in the past. I have been really happy with the quality. And what I like about them the most is that every fabric they post online, there's a lot of information there. There's a picture, and then they have like the exact fabric composition and weight, which is really helpful. Sometimes you won't find that on some online shops you go. You'll see it just says jersey, and it's like, yeah, but that's so generic. I want to know how much of this, how much of that, and how much does it weigh. You know, when you get the information of how much it weighs in grams per meter or ounces per yard or whatever, it really gives you an idea of what that fabric could be useful for if you can't like go there in person and touch. And I am still very old school with buying fabric. I really like buying fabric in person. I love the experience of walking into a fabric shop and just getting all that stimulation from the colors. And, you know, a fabric, you can experience it in all your senses through sight. Well, not through smell or taste that much. You're not going to be tasting your fabric. I'm not going to be smelling it either. But seeing it and feeling it for me is super important. So my experiences buying fabric in person are so superior. And well, I can't go and buy anymore. And so I did buy some online fabric, and they are all knit fabrics, all of them. So I'm taking the time, and I've got some papers pinned to each fabric so that I know the composition, because I went to my receipts and wrote down the composition, all the information, so that I can share a lot with you, not just this is a cotton. This red one is a cotton spandex, but it's extremely heavyweight. So it's not appropriate to make like a t-shirt or something light like that. It's not drapey, it has 0 drape. It's got amazing stretch and recovery. It's red and it comes in a tube. If I were to cut this open and extend it, it's extremely wide, 70 inches wide, and it's 17 ounces per yard in weight. So it's a heavyweight cotton and has 10% elastane, which makes it have more recovery. It's amazing. It's really good. This is the type of stuff I use for my yoga waistbands that I add to everything. I have used this type of fabric for that in the past, and you stretch it to match the top of your skirt or pants, and then it just recovers, and you don't need to put an elastic inside. It's amazing. So I've got a bit of red here, and I got red because I like red, and I have 2 things in mind. I am going to name patterns I have thought to match with, but you know that my planning is always a bit loose, and I think they're patterns that are suitable, so I'm going to share them with you, but it doesn't mean that I'm actually going to make them, because I might change my mind. Well, there is a top that 5 out of 4 released just recently, well, not recently, maybe 2 months ago, I don't know. It's called Pamela Top and Dress, and they said it looks like a fitted style, and the neckline there is like a sweetheart neckline is one of the options there, and I really like that. I like that a lot. I would love to have a fitted top, sleeveless, with that neckline in this one. Now it's really structured and thick and everything, but having a fitted sort of sleeveless version with that neckline is something I would totally wear, something I would totally need. And those sort of fitted, more shorter styles would go really well with like wider things on the bottom, wide leg pants or just wider, flowier skirts. And I'm just lacking items like that in my wardrobe. And also my son. He likes red, so he's not the kid that likes blue. He really dislikes blue a lot. If I wanted to make him anything blue, he's like, no. And he's at an age now where he's 13. He is taller than me now, and he gets to choose what he wants to wear. I can't just, buy or make whatever, and he's gonna be, he has a voice now. And he likes red. And I showed him the fabric. This fabric would be appropriate to make a hoodie, and it would be a lighter hoodie than the typical sweatshirting with fleece inside, that sort of thing. We don't need thick things like that here where we live. And the thickness of this is good for that. Wardrobe by Me has a raglan sleeve, like hoodie sweater for men called Rebel raglan sweater. And I like it because it's got raglan sleeves, and I always love sewing a raglan sleeve. And my son likes the style, and I think I could make parts of it in red and parts of it in black with black accents, because this is extremely boring. I have like 3 meters of the exact same fabric but in black. I got this large amount of fabric because I want to make both my son and my husband North Star pullovers. This is a pattern from Love Notions, and there's an option with a hood that my son would like, and my husband would prefer just the normal collar there. So they would be similar but not the same, and I'm toying with the idea of lining the hood with some print, something different from my son. For my husband, it would be totally black because my husband likes to dress in black stuff, no accents, no nothing, just plain black. That's what he wants. I have some technical fabrics here, like sportswear fabrics. They are very, very good quality. They're not the cheapest ones. So I haven't bought that much, actually only a meter of each. So it's quite limited to what I can do. This one, it's got this print. It's white on the other side. This is 84% polyamide and 14% spandex or elastane. And it's 8 ounces in weight, so it's a medium weight knit, and it's got amazing recovery. I mean, it's just really, really nice. I only have a meter, and I have a little plan. Look, it's only a meter, okay? So I want to try making the Constellation hoodie from Love Notions. I've made this before as a jacket in this mesh, totally recommended fabric there, but I know it fits me really well. I know like I don't have to do any adjustments there. I would like to make a sleeveless one and just be like a little sporty type jacket with a full zipper down the front. I have a long gray metal separating zipper that could go with that. So I have that vision for this fabric, and it could be like something sporty but not that much that I can throw on even on top of a dress. Yeah. This is a camouflage print. Now, I would never wear this type of print in a garment, like to go out shopping, or it's not my thing at all. But I would wear tights for exercising. I think it's cool, the gray tones. I could just wear like a black tank on top and feel really comfortable. So I got this fabric. It's only a meter as well. This one is heavier weight than the one I've just shown before. This one is 10 ounces per yard, and this is 90% polyester, 10% spandex. So, they have high content of spandex, which means it's going to recover super good. And I like it because it's opaque, it's not shiny. I don't like leggings that are like that shiny type material that looks like swimsuit material. No. I want to try the free leggings from 5 out of 4 Ninja pants. I've shown this before in a free pattern haul I did the other day, and I really want to try that pattern, and whatever's left over I think would be really cool to do an accent of one of my son's pullovers or hoodie, maybe the kangaroo pocket or the lining of the hood or something like this, and he approves. These are pricey fabrics, so I'm going to use every last scrap. There are a group of women that I would love to thank because they've gone a step further to support me, and they've signed up on my Patreon page, where I share exclusive content in diverse levels, depending on the tier that they've signed up for. And I'm very, very grateful to have them supporting me, because it means that I have an income that I can rely on when YouTube at the moment, everything going on with the global crisis, any income I'm making from Google AdSense has been cut down to about half, hence why I'm making a lot of videos. You know, so thank you so much for the ladies that support me on Patreon every month. It means the world to me. Bonnie, Bran, Bridget, Crystal, Gillian, Jacqueline, Jan, Janet, Julie, Liz, Masha, Mari, Michaeli, Myra, Pauline, Queen, Anna, Christine, Debbie, Diane, Joanne N, Michelle, Pauline, Joanne C, Raquel, Susie, Tracy, Wendy, Angelita, CW, Catherine, Chris, Christina, Jane, Georgia, Julie, Kristen, Laura, Libby, Lorianne Payne, Meg, Noga, Raquel, Sandra, Suzanne, and Vignette Francis. Thank you so very much. The next one is a double brush poly, and it got some sort of snake print going on, and this is 92% polyester, 8% spandex, and this is 7-ounce weight. I'm just looking at my little paper here. It's 59 inches wide, so it's a nice wide fabric, and it's really good. It's got nice recovery. It's a really good quality double brush poly. And there is a free pattern that I found the other day that I want to use, the Valley Knit Skater Dress from Sinclair Patterns. I like the style. It looks to need a more like structured fabric to hold that bodice. I mean, I think this fabric would be really appropriate for that. And I would totally do that black contrast waistband that the style has with this. I just need to find some black fabric to put there. But yeah, I think this is totally gonna happen. A couple of weeks ago, I showed you some really chic Butterick 6684 dresses with neckties, and I made a black version, and it's completely transparent. And I was wearing my very worn out slip. I've had it since, I don't know, 2009. It's been used a lot. It is extremely short. I mean, I can wear that with items that are semi-sheer, or I wear underneath dresses made out of rayon spandex that aren't sheer but just need that extra layer underneath to guard against, you know, underwear lines and bra lines. It's fine for that purpose. It's perfect. But when I use a fabric that is so sheer, it's just too short and I'm just showing too much leg. I want to make some slips, and I've never made slips before. I actually have some fold over elastic. I have black fold over elastic, which is, you know, I couldn't believe when I found it. So I have it there. And I have a fabric here that I would like to make. And look, I don't really know what fabric to use. I bought several types of black fabric to see what would be appropriate. And I found this one that I think it's meant for swimwear material. Actually, it's even got UV protection, 84% polyamide, 14% spandex. And this is 8 ounces weight. I think this would be appropriate for swimsuits. But I think I could make a slip and it would give me a bit of compression, if you know what I mean, to make it some like shapewear type slip. So I'm excited to try this. I think it would feel really good to have like a nice form-fitting slip underneath a really flowy sheer dress. And I would try to make the slip nice and fitted up to the waist and then have a little bit of volume towards the bottom, so it's not like I'm wearing a bodycon dress underneath my sheer dresses. And I also bought another fabric. This is an ITY. 96% polyester, 4% spandex. Look at the color my face takes with this on my face. Anyway, sorry about that. I went really orange. This is also going to be a slip. Now I have a pattern. I assembled the PDF and I chose my size and everything. The Luna loungewear set from Love Notions has a load of things in there. It has cami, a nightie, a bralette, like pajama pants and shorts. It has a lot of things in there. And the nightie can be sort of like what I'm looking for. I think in these fabrics, it could also be a slip perfectly. Now I don't have fold over elastic in this color. I would have to make binding out of this, which is a bit more lengthy to do, but worth it if I'm gonna get a nice slip to use, because my other beige colored slip is also extremely short. So slip making, here I come. It'll be a new experience, and of course I'm gonna share that with you when I do that pretty soon. Now, looking for slip fabric, I bought a black knit fabric, but I didn't really know how it was gonna be in my hands. This is extremely lightweight. It's 4.5 ounces per yard in weight. It's very lightweight. It's 100% polyamide. And look, I don't know if you're gonna see, but it's so sheer and it's got like little dots. There you can see. It's got like tiny little holes. It's those extremely breathable fabrics that you would like to make a tank in to go and run and sweat. And this type of fabric would just wick all that sweat away and it would feel like you're wearing absolutely nothing. I do have tops ready to wear tanks in this type of material, and I can't believe I actually found some to buy some. I love it. And there is a tank pattern I've had for ages that I've wanted to try from Green Style Creations, the Express tank, and it's super cute. It has a tie back feature. I think it's extremely cute. So I'm gonna try and make that with this fabric. The next two fabrics were sent to me from Minerva from the UK, and this was before the crisis. So when I requested these from the list that you have to choose from, was probably in like February or January. And then when these arrived, we were already in lockdown. And you know, whenever I've gotten like packages of stuff, I'm really paranoid that the packet itself is all contaminated. And so when I get these deliveries, they just hang outside for a few days. Literally, I just leave them outside. And yeah, I got these two ITYs. I can't really share the composition of the fabric because I don't know what it is. It's not on the website. It was just ITY. But I love the print. And this one, when I requested it, I had a pattern in mind, and I've had it for ages and ages and ages, and it's a really old popular pattern that I want to try as well. And it's got this type of print. Now, those round things, I would have to be extremely careful with pattern placement to not have them end up on my bust on both sides. And I have about 2 meters of fabric here. I want to make a short version of the Kielo wrap dress from Named Patterns. So I'm not interested in the long maxi version. I want above the knee, sleeveless version, and I think I'm gonna have enough fabric. It's really, really nice, soft and drapey. I think it would be perfect. ITY stands for interlock twist yarn, and it's just the way that the yarn has been weaved. I'm not a specialist in how fabrics are made. Just a really drapey, slinky type material. Not the easiest to work with, but you know, that's not a determining factor for me because I like the prints. So if it is a slinky fabric, I'm gonna find a style that is gonna be appropriate. So I have this other one because it's two that I chose. I love the brown tones and the pink tones. It's really autumnal because I'm in autumn now, but I don't really dress in that sort of way. I sort of dress the same year round, but I like these colors a lot. And there is a pattern that I've just seen. I've been looking at 5/4 patterns, and they've released a pattern maybe a month ago or more, I'm not sure, called the Sherry top and dress. It looks simple. It's got just a dropped shoulder, or it can have sleeves attached there for a long sleeve style. But on the front, it's got this really cool tie feature on the front, and it'll drape there. So I think this type of fabric will be perfect. This is not lightweight ITY. I would say it's a medium weight. It's not really that thin, you know, so I think it'll drape and look really nice. And I have even more. I hope you're still here with me. This next one is white. And now I would not make a white garment. I am not the one to wear anything white, like completely white. It's just not my thing. And this next fabric is extremely high quality and it's extremely heavy. This is 15-ounce weight, 100% polyamide, and it's just completely white. It comes in a tube. It's extremely wide. This is 67 inches wide, so you can get quite a lot of pattern pieces on these types of fabrics. So I love extra wide fabrics. Very good quality and recovery, just amazing fabric. And why did I get a white? Like, why did I get white? And it's only a meter. I want these for my color blocking experiments. Sometimes I think a little bit of white in a garment can really pop, and depending on where it's placed on the body, can be flattering or really unflattering. But I have ideas, and I've always wanted to have some sort of heavier weight white to use as accent on other clothing. So I'm glad I found it, and I just got some of this white. 100% polyamide, super breathable, like high quality activewear fabric. Love it. Now I've gotten some lightweight cottons. These are 90% cotton, 10% elastane or spandex. They come in a tube, 70 inches wide. And I've already cut it out, so I've only got scraps here. I just cut this out like 2 days ago. And I'm gonna make my son pyjama pants with this fabric. He likes purple. He's not like against wearing purple pyjama pants. And I've used the 5 out of 4 free pyjama pant pattern. I've downloaded it the other day, and I've chosen a size M for both my son and my husband. For my husband, I'm going to use a grey French terry I already had, so he'll have grey pyjama pants, and Martin will have purple. And this one is exactly the same, only it's got a sort of weird print like that. And look, I got this for myself thinking I like this. I don't know what I would make with this, but I like it. When it arrived, I thought, you know, maybe my son likes it too. And I showed it to him and he's like, yeah, I like that. It's cool. And a few weeks ago, Mimi G had a sale on her website and all her patterns there were $3 each. So I went to have a look, and Norris has a few patterns there himself. They were also $3. And there's like a t-shirt hoodie that I found super cool called Kanye, and I love it. I showed it to my son. He's really into hoodies right now, and having a t-shirt hoodie is just perfect. It's always hot here, so he can have his hoodie, likes the style, and it can be a t-shirt. I think it's a cool style for a boy, so that is what that's gonna be. And that's not a maybe plan, that is going to be what it's going to be. Before I go on, I wanted to let you know that today, Friday, there is a Feature Friday pattern on Love Notion's website that is $5. Now, I haven't had the time to make this again because I have already made 5. But I wanted to let you know I have videos about these on the channel already. And I had a hiatus of not making pants for a good 5 years maybe back in the day, because I had a pattern that was like my pants block, a woven pattern that I'd traced off Burda Style magazine. And it was a pant that fit me perfect, that I'd used for over 10 years, the same pattern. And I was able to keep using it because my weight fluctuations had been really minimal during that period of time. But while I was in New Zealand, I lost the pattern. Maybe it went in the trash. I mean, the pattern pieces looked like trash because it'd been used so many times. And when I lost that pattern, I thought, oh, you know, just the thought of getting another pattern, getting it to fit you, whatever. I was in a different period of my life. I just started buying pants because I could find pants that fit me anyway. 2018 came around and I was already in the testing group for Love Notions, and Tammy put out a tester call for the duet trousers. And when I saw the line art, I thought, yeah, that's like the classic trouser that I like to make and wear. I had to think about it for like a minute, thought, yeah, let's just go for it. Having a really open mind that, you know, a pattern for pants is not going to fit straight out of the printer, that you will need to make adjustments. And of course, I need to make adjustments. My body is different to everyone else's. So it was a good base to make a few muslins. And now that pant pattern is actually my pant block. I have it in cardboard, it's worth gold. And with that pattern, I have widened the legs. I've done a whole bunch of things and I've had a lot of fun with the pattern. And these are the original ones I made in heavy crepe, bottom weight crepe, non-stretch, crazy print. And I have loved these. I have worn these so many times. So I really, really love these. And I have a video about this on the channel if you want to know more. But you know, they come in sizes 0 to 28. There's a straight leg and a tapered leg, a curved waistband with a side invisible zipper on the hip. I actually just put a centered zipper. And for a more pear-shaped body, there is even a curvier waistband that will be a better fit at the back, when sometimes there's a little bit of gaping when the hip to waist ratio is larger. I used the same pattern to create these culotte style with loads of features. I did a fly front zipper on the front. I did a yoke here on the front, angled, that's been top stitched. I did these types of pockets, patch pockets actually. It's hard to see because of the color. I did top stitch them down and they have a little facing inside. I drafted a yoke at the back that eliminates the dart here partially, and I put patch pockets on it. You know, this was extremely fun for me to do. You know, it's my essence. I love doing stuff like this, and this pattern gave me the base, and then I've had a load of fun. I've also made shorts and another wide leg version that is not that wide as culottes. And I've written a blog post all about them if you're interested to see my collection of 5 duet trousers, and I've also embedded the videos within that blog post if you want to go and see there. So just letting you know, it's $5 if you want to get a pant pattern that can work for wovens and knit fabrics, structured knits. Go ahead and have a look and take the challenge. Have a go, make yourself some pants. And if you want to, you can use my affiliate link down below. The next 3 fabrics are exactly the same composition, only I have different colors. And these are very expensive fabrics. I mean, they're expensive for me. They're like maybe $20 a meter, which is expensive fabric, especially in my currency here. And these are 67-inch wide fabrics. It's a nice wide fabric. They are 13-ounce weight. They are heavyweight, totally opaque. You can make leggings out of these and you're not gonna see anything. They're totally squat proof. And I know because I have already made the Shelly leggings from Seamwork in a blue fabric. I'll put a picture here. I've already made them in the exact fabric and they are very, very good. So again, I got white. I'm not gonna make white anything. Like, imagine wearing white leggings, no. But I wanna have these to contrast and accent any color blocking I would like to do. And you know, this amount of fabric will go a long way if I just wanna use small pieces of it. And then I have this pink and this blue. So I made my leggings in the same material. It's the same color even. I just got more. I would like to make like long pants, tight pants, but long. And this one, I got just a meter for leggings. I'm not sure exactly what patterns I'm gonna use. Whatever I choose, I'm gonna be really sure about the fit because I'm not gonna be experimenting with these types of fabrics. But yeah, active wear fabrics for some active wear. Some things on my bottom half, and I'm excited to have these because I've already worked with it and know the quality. They are like heavy fabrics. I have these 2 sweater knits here and I really like this one that I'm going to show you. It's 97% poly, 3% elastane, and it's a sweater knit material that weighs 8 ounces and is 59 inches wide. So this is the selvage there, the furry bit, and it's got stripes. You can see the texture and how this looks. It's really stretchy, it's really nice. This is a horizontal stretch, this is a vertical stretch, minimal, but there is some. So, you know, I have a load of cardigan patterns, but there's one that I have wanted to make. I like the features, especially what it has in the center front, like a band that doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. And there's some pockets on a seam across the front. It's a coral cardigan by Style Arc, and I have that pattern, so I think I could make that work with this one, and I'm excited to do that. I'm heading into autumn, ladies. I'm not heading into spring or summer. I have already cut it out and I have a piece left here. It's already like, it's right there in my pile of things to sew soon. And this is called Melange Lurex. It's 78% polyester, 20% rayon, 2% elastane, and it weighs 11 ounces a yard. And it's a wine burgundy color, and it's got some shiny things in there. Look at it, it's just so beautiful. On the inside, it's really smooth and slippery, difficult to work with. It's hard, it's a fabric that's not easy to work with, but I love that color so much. And I have cut out the fuller cardigan from Cashmerette. So this cardigan is really cool because it's got raglan sleeves that I love. There's a bust dart there. I think it's amazing that there's a dart there. And I know a lot of people think you can't put darts in knit fabric. Yes, you can. You can. And this proves it because I have seen ready-to-wear garments with darts. I even have some cami tops that have darts that I have bought. And I always think, why don't designers put these things into knit patterns? Cashmerette comes from sizes 12 to 32, I believe. And I sew a size 14, and cup sizes, I sew the CD cup size. I'm excited to sew that. This pattern was a birthday gift from a very good friend. She bought the pattern for me and sent it to me. So that was amazing. And I have cut out a hacked version. I haven't cut out like when you see the pattern. I haven't done that. I've done a little bit different. So I'll show you that when I get it done pretty soon, I think. This one, I don't know the composition of. There wasn't much information. I know it's a polyester. I know it's medium weight. It's white on the wrong side and it's printed on top. And look at this print. It's amazing. This is maybe pushing it 25% stretch. It's not that stretchy. Vertically, it's got even less stretch. And I love this. I have already cut it out. That's why I only have a little piece here. And this already has become a bomber jacket, the Green Style Midway bomber jacket. And it's what I actually sewed this month for the sew along on Patreon. So I'll show you that eventually when I'm ready on the channel, but this is the fabric that I've chosen. And it was a fabric I'd purchased recently and I love how it turned out. And I have enough for a pencil skirt. So I'll have a bomber type ensemble with a matching pencil skirt so I could dress up the outfit. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the fabrics and what they could be useful for. As I said, you know, I mentioned a lot of patterns and a lot of them I'm actually going to follow through and make them with that. And others I'm still a bit undecided, but it's really fun pairing fabrics to patterns. It's really fun showing you the weights and all that stuff. I think it could help you choose fabrics online as well if the website you're looking at has that information. I am not purchasing from websites overseas. The shipping would be impossible to pay. Brazil taxes you amounts that are incredible for anything that comes in. So it's not an option I can go for, but there are quite a few websites in Brazil where I can purchase and get them shipped to me. So before I go, I wanted to ask you, what are you doing? This is a bit of girl talk here. I have some grays around here. I do dye my own hair. I buy a box of L'Oreal, Excellence, whatever, and I do my own hair. But my hair is so long. And I haven't cut it since November 2018. I wasn't planning to cut it, but now that I can't go and cut it, I really want to have it cut. I'm thinking I might even cut it myself. My hair is wavy, it is curly-ish, so I think I could get away with cutting it myself and you wouldn't tell if it was a bit wonky. Have you ever done that? Have you ever cut your own hair? And I'm really struggling because my son has hair down to here now. And my husband is looking like those hairstyles from the 80s where it was really long here and I'm terrified of cutting their hair, but we're not going to go to any salon because it's not safe, you know? I don't know. I'm going to have to take a crash course on hairdressing for men. What are you doing if you have a man around you? What are they doing? I don't go to salons. I'm not the type of person that will go to salons to get things done. For aesthetic things, I don't do my nails ever. I don't wear stuff on my nails. The only thing I go to do every month, my eyebrows. And yeah, the struggle is real. Okay, that was totally off topic. I apologize. But you know, I am a woman and I'm sure most of you are struggling with the same, with getting your hair done, and it's mainly bothering me that it's so long and I can't get it cut professionally. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video full of fabric. I will see you very soon with another video. Bye.